It's Operation Babble with Myke Shrews. It's pop culture, music, movies, TV too. It's time to explore life. It's Operation Babble time.
Ooh, welcome back, everybody, to Operation Babble, episode 152. Is that right?
Yep.
Holy crap, man! We're getting through it. Episode 200. We're done. No more after that.
You heard
him. No more of our stupid opinions that mean nothing to anybody out there in the world. Need to make this a little more entertaining today. All right, guys. Welcome back to Operation Babble. I am, of course, your host, Myke Shrews, here with my co-host and friend, Tivis. So, Tivis, how are you been, man? It's been a few weeks since we recorded.
Well, recorded this show.
Yeah,
I've been good.
Awesome.
Not getting a lot of sleep, but all right.
Right on. Real quick, everybody, you can find Operation Babble on all social media platforms, as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And I'm assuming Tivis posts some stuff on his accounts too. On his
I don't think I said that on this one.
No.
I'm on. If you don't like Meta or Twitter for their bullshit subscription fees for basic user interfaces, I'm on Tumblr, Mastodon, and Hive, or I will post the show information to let people know that it's released. So if you want to follow me on there, you can. But be warned, you're going to see a bunch of bullshit about Power Rangers, Doctor Who, and my board games along with it, because it's my personal accounts.
So you go like Mastodon, even though that's a pterodactyl, but still. Visual gag. Sorry, guys.
He held a morpher, an original morpher.
This one's awesome because when it turns on, you can pop the coin out. You can change all the coins. I have all the coins for it and shit too.
All 7 coins?
5. The original.
So you're missing the dragon and tiger.
Oh no. I think the batteries are dying.
Oh,
all right. Anyways,
yeah,
you can find us there. Find Tivis on the Mastodon, and the other ones that I have no clue about any of those yet. I haven't looked into them.
Tumblr's been around for a long time.
So Tumblr has. Yeah, I think I have a Tumblr, an old Tumblr account. I should probably check it out and see what's going on over there. And you can also find us on the Myke Shrews YouTube channel. That is MYKESHREWS, and there you get to see our pretty ugly faces for every Operation Babble episode and any other videos that I put out myself as well. So do that, check it out, hit subscribe over there. That way you guys get notified of all the episodes. Mostly the content that comes out over there is Operation Babble. I am working on, as I've said repeatedly, to get an Operation Babble YouTube channel up so it's separate, so that you guys don't have to see all my other stupid shit, and you can just dive on into Operation Babble there.
Yep.
Well, it'll probably be like something where we don't have the whole back catalog though on that YouTube channel. It'll probably just be like the most recent season or whatnot of the
you could
show.
Just create like a playlist of all the stuff from the Myke.
Yeah. And then
that's what a Critical Role did when they left Geek and Sundry.
Just made a playlist that links it over to there.
Yeah, instead of just re-uploading everything.
Yeah, that's what I'll probably do, because it takes forever. Especially some of these videos where we're talking for 3-4 hours. And that's it. That's all I got for socials today. But guys,
one thing we have not done a very good job telling people about is there is a merch store if you're interested.
Yes, and all links are in the descriptions below or in the show notes if you're listening on a podcast service and stuff, guys. So,
Myke makes some really good, designs.
Fun shirts. Funny shirts. Yeah, I know, right? I need to buy some more of them too, because some of mine are faded out. I've worn them way too much. Every time I go to the movie theater, I'm wearing an Operation Babble shirt.
The one really comfy one I bought has a freaking hole in the armpit now, so I'm like, well, I can't wear this to work.
Oh yeah.
So that's my work at home shirt.
Well, that's it for shilling for the show, I think. Other than that, you guys can if you guys like hearing our dumb voices or like seeing our dumb faces, you can go over and find the Monster Cast. We're over there every Monday. We do an
Monster Monday.
episode for that show. You can find it on all podcast services and on YouTube. And that one does have its own YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/@themonstercast. And then again on all social medias at the Monstercast as well. And then Tivis is also posting on his Mastodon and Hive and whatever the other and Tumblr, right?
Yes, I was gonna say you remembered the difficult too.
Mastodon's the easy one to remember as a Power Rangers fan. Come on.
Yeah, you get on there and toot.
So yeah, definitely check all those shit out, man. And this week, what the hell are we talking about, Tivis? Like
Well,
we're not gonna talk. We're gonna talk about random stuff, but one main thing. I guess
There was a movie that came out last week.
Was there?
Yeah.
How was it? A big movie or was it a small movie?
Some may say it's a big one. Looking out for the small ones.
I'd say it's like micro.
Yeah. Going by these box office numbers, you're not
Dad
wrong.
jokes.
Oh shit, we're gonna be talking Ant-Man 3 because I'm not saying that whole damn title.
Say it. Say it. Say it. Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. Is it Ant-Man and the Wasp? I thought it was just Ant-Man Quantumania.
Nope, Ant-Man and the Wasp. They kept it from the second movie.
Okay. Awesome.
Why would you drop that? Even though that's
well,
one of my problems with it is she's not prevalent in the story.
I was gonna say before we talk anything on it, spoilers, guys. So if you haven't watched Ant-Man and Wasp Quantumania and you want to, definitely go and watch that and then come back and listen. Otherwise, we're spoiling it in 3, 2, 1. Okay. What the fuck did they do to M.O.D.O.K?
We're going right into that. All right. It's funny because people compare Iron Man and Ant-Man, the Iron Man 1 and 2 and Ant-Man 1 and 2, because they have very similar stories.
Right.
I feel like M.O.D.O.K is going to be like Iron Man 3's Mandarin. So they just can't get away from that with these two characters. But I personally thought it was awesome.
It was a cool way to introduce the idea of a M.O.D.O.K. With it and to bring back a character. So
apparently they revealed who M.O.D.O.K was in the trailers. I didn't know that. I just heard that M.O.D.O.K was going to be in this and then forgot immediately when I was watching and thought it was Death's Head at first.
So I didn't know he was in I didn't watch the trailers really. Like I caught one glimpse of like an image showing M.O.D.O.K in it. Like I saw like him hanging like his hands and legs. So I was like, okay, fuck. Now M.O.D.O.K's in it. Spoilers for me because I love M.O.D.O.K. And
that Patton Oswalt show is so good.
I saw that, so I was like, all right, cool, he'll be in there. I did not see who was playing him. Like I didn't look anything up for this movie. Tried not to watch the trailers because they keep spoiling everything in the trailers nowadays because they're like so adamant about showing everything off to get people into the theaters because no one's going to the theaters. People go to the theaters, support your theaters, at least your local ones.
At least they're not as bad as Universal. Still, Universal will just tell you the whole fucking movie.
Oh, I know. The fucking Fast and Furious trailer. Oh my goodness, dude. I saw it. I didn't see it like the Super Bowl ad and shit. Like I avoided it because I don't want to watch that. And then it pops up in Ant-Man.
In the theater.
Yeah. And I was like, but then I was just like, oh damn, that looks really good.
Did yours play a trailer for the Boogeyman?
The Boogeyman, like from WWE?
No. It's a new horror film. That's the entire trailer is like when you're not paying attention to your children, it comes for them. I'm like, oh, that's a great thing to put in front of a kids movie.
Well, to be fair, Ant-Man and the Wasp isn't really a kids movie as you start watching it.
Yeah, but they take Marvel.
It's a family-ish movie, but yeah. I did not see that one. It might have played beforehand because we got there right when the trailer started and we still needed to grab some snacks and shit. So yeah. But I did see the the Fast and Furious one. And I was like, oh, that's gonna be so much fun, dude. How is Fast and the Furious making better comic book movies than fucking DC?
Because it's DC.
I'm just like, come on.
That's what
man.
happens when you go all in on fucking depressing dreariness.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I look forward to that one though. But anyways, Ant-Man and the Wasp, like
M.O.D.O.K.
M.O.D.O.K. Oof.
I was shocked that it's Darren, or right? Darren is his name.
Yeah, Darren.
Yeah, the Hornet, Yellow Jacket from the first movie, and they kind of kept his insanity that he got from that movie in this, which I appreciate. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of people like, what's up with that? How he ends his time in this movie. I'm like, yeah. You got to remember, they talked about how the PIM particles were making him fucking crazy because he didn't have the stuff protecting him like Hank developed.
Right. Yeah, because the suit and stuff is supposed to protect you, which I have an issue with that in this movie because they do something. I'm like, hey, they said they weren't able to do that, but okay.
What? Take their masks off all the fucking time?
Yeah.
That drove me insane.
Especially when they were big. When they were big, you're not supposed to be able to take your mask off when you're big because you need that the mask is keeping you like that, like the whole PIM particle thing and all that transformation stuff. And it's keeping it so that you can breathe properly.
Yeah.
Which
is, we kind of see that a bit with, I'm sure Scott has gotten kind of used to it by now, but I was expecting it to affect stature more, and it didn't really do that.
Yeah.
We didn't even get her hero name in this movie, which sucks.
No.
Oop, there's my freaking alarm. I keep forgetting about.
I thought they were gonna do it like an end credit scene or whatnot for it, but they didn't even give her name then.
No, we got a Loki season 2 tease. Which I'm all for the stories kind of interconnecting and stuff, but to keep them, I didn't like this. I love continuity. I'm a huge fan and supporter of it. Keep the movie, don't tease a TV show in a movie.
I feel Loki is directly responsible for this movie, though.
Oh, I absolutely.
It is because without Loki doing what they do in the end of Loki, then we don't get a Kang in the Quantumverse.
Yeah, I feel like this Kang, based on what we learned at the end of Loki and what he was trying to tell them he wanted to do in this, that he was meant to become the new He Who Remains. Like, this was the one who was going to stop all the other Kangs. And now, thanks to Ant-Man and family, that's not going to come to pass again.
Yeah. Before we dive into some of that stuff, I want to go back real quick. All right, so M.O.D.O.K's whatever. What did you think of his face though while he was in the suit?
I think they went the best direction they could with that ugly, gigantic face. Went very uncanny valley kind of fishbowl.
Yeah.
I loved it.
It was cool. It was cool to see a version of M.O.D.O.K. What's nice is that it's not a definitive. They can always bring another M.O.D.O.K. in.
Yeah.
Especially when they're opening the multiverse up anyways, and we have all these other versions coming. Like, they could have 100 billion different versions of M.O.D.O.K. in the Kang Dynasty movie.
Yeah. It's a shame that this one, because it would have been nice to see him leave and then take over what remains of AIM like he's supposed to be in the comics.
Oh yeah.
But it is what it is. We can't keep good side villains. So
who was AIM? AIM was run by
the guy in Iron Man 3. I forget his name, but he says he calls himself the Mandarin.
Oh yeah. Okay, I was confusing him with the other company from Iron Man 2.
Oh, Hammer
Tech, yeah. Hammer. Is it Hammer Tech? Hammer Tech. Hammer Time.
Hammer Industries, I think.
Yeah. I want him to come back just because I love the actor. He's such a great actor.
I think he would be great to appear in one of the shows. Like we got, what's
He
that
was
one
in
coming up?
prison too, so
Um, Secret Invasion. That's the one
Mhm.
guaranteed to come this year. It'd be cool if, I mean, Tony Stark's gone. He
Yeah.
was kind of close.
to the tech. Well, I mean, now you have like the Wakanda tech and stuff, so it wouldn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
It'd be
How do
like,
you feel
"Yeah,
about
we
the
don't need
Ant-Man
you."
suits going nanites like everything else?
It was bound to happen just because they're lazy.
Yeah, I don't. I'm going back to the masks. I'm
Yeah.
the whole whipping behind them into their back and then back. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is this bullshit? Like, in the first movie, his faceplate opened up. That was cool.
Mhm.
Can we keep that? Because
It's
I'm
funny
tired
too.
of every 5 seconds of them being with the helmet on, taking it off again to say one line and putting it right back on again. Just leave the fucking thing on. What is wrong
Right.
with these studios? I don't
Yeah.
care about seeing their fucking face.
We came for the comic book heroes, not for the actors.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, even at least even in fucking Deadpool, where you have Ryan Reynolds of all people, they keep his fucking face covered for the most part. And if it's not
It's
the mask, it's the burned makeup on him, you know.
so irritating.
So you're not taken out of it by the character and the actor, you know. With this one, it's kind of like Paul Rudd is Paul Rudd.
Yeah. Oh man, when they zoomed in on him at the end where he's having his little panic attack of did we do the
Mhm.
right thing? I'd be like, oh, he's starting to show his age finally. I guess his magic elixir wore off.
Maybe we'll see. You know, he is old. Come on, like
I know, but he hasn't he doesn't
he
look like
hasn't.
he physically aged in decades.
Yeah, since Clueless. um, no. So, all right. So the intro, we saw all that stuff. No one really cares about the intro stuff. It doesn't really get good until you get into the
Okay, going
Quantumverse.
back to the beginning though, how do you feel about this being the first
Uh,
phase 5 movie? That was a tricky tongue twister for some reason. And at the stark contrast to everything we just got in phase 4, where it was all about people being sad and feeling lost and stuff. And he's just like, my life is so good since Endgame.
yeah. Well, I mean, he didn't lose anybody. He only gained everybody when he came
I
back.
mean, he lost
Unlike
time
everyone
with his
else.
daughter, but
He lost time with his daughter. That's about it.
yeah.
But everything else he's gained back. He's clearly not in the game anymore of superheroism,
No.
as shown.
Which, I mean, you save the world. Why
Yeah,
not?
he's definitely doing financially better than say like Falcon and Winter Soldier, who are struggling. And I'm just like, is this like a commentary on, you know, how we treat our veterans and shit too? Because they saved the world alongside him, and yet they have like nothing.
Well, that was a big plot point in the beginning of with Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Was how little we take care of our soldiers after they come back.
Right.
Arm them to the teeth, but don't care if they eat.
But
It's
yeah,
America.
I found it interesting that he was like, yeah, he's doing the best off at the
It's
beginning.
such like a
And
whiplash. Like everyone else we got in phase 4 is hurting. They're sad. And then we get
well,
him and he's like, I got a book, which I bought, by the way.
you what?
I bought that book.
It's an actual book. They actually wrote it.
Yeah, it comes out in December.
Oh, that's dope. I might have to check that out. So you have that, but the contrast of like the sadness and the I lost everything comes with Kane, honestly, because he lost basically. He lost.
Yeah,
He just pure loses to all the other
to himself,
Kangs. Yeah,
which
to
is
all
the
the other
worst kind of
versions
loss.
of him. And I think that's where your loss comes in with this one, but it's meant to be very I don't know, man. It's just hard to say because like even at the end of this movie, we get the back and forth inside of Paul Rudd's head and Ant-Man's head, sorry. Where he's going back and forth of like, did I do the right thing? Did we do the right thing? Like, oh no, you're just overthinking it. Just shut up. And I felt like he was talking to us fans.
Yeah.
Because
I really appreciate that, because he's like, wait, oh, hold on, wait, this might have larger consequences than I'm equipped to deal with here.
yeah. It's as soon as he started doing that whole like inner monologue though in his mind, I was just like, he's definitely talking. That's like Disney telling the fans, just shut the fuck up, don't overthink it, and just like let us do what we're gonna do. You know?
Yeah, I thought it was great foreshadowing, really.
Oh yeah, definitely. And a good way to add in like that monologue type thing that we used to get in every other one with his buddy, who none of his friends are in this movie.
No, they're not.
Like nothing.
It'd
I
be
was like,
nice if we got
man.
a little bit of a like a bonus feature when the DVD comes out of or the Blu-ray.
Yeah.
I'm how old now?
But I wonder if maybe his friends didn't get snapped away. So they were 5 years older too.
Maybe.
And maybe they went off to do something else or something, you know. Who knows? What happened
Maybe
to
they're
his
chasing down the Baba Yaga.
what happened to his security company? Yeah. Ooh.
I
There's a
mean, that's
lot of
probably
what
why
if.
he's doing so well. He's got
Right.
well, as far as we know, we only really get Hope's career in this one, where she's
Yeah.
taken over Pym.
Well, they clearly say,
Tech?
you know,
What the
you're
fuck
not
is this
doing
company called?
it's Pym Tech.
All right, yeah, she names it Pym Van Dyne Tech.
Yeah. But we get her backstory and all that stuff of how good she's doing. But then you like get everybody literally criticizing him, being like, what the fuck are you doing with your life now, dude? Like, you saved the world. Whoop-de-doo. Like, can we get over it? Oh, you wrote a book. You don't say. Really?
Oh, I'm sorry for bringing all of you back from dust, except for daughter.
Right? It's like, and honestly, if it wasn't for him, none of that would have happened. So
Yeah, well, let's be real. The rat is the real savior.
Right. Splinter.
Rat man.
That's what happened to Splinter during the snap. He got turned back into a tiny rat.
I just say I love Hank. Like, all of they put a spotlight on Cassie and her dad Scott. Like, this
other characters we didn't get her mom or her stepdad.
Yeah, well, her mom did have a larger part than the other two, mostly because, you know, she was stuck in the quantum realm.
No, I'm saying
Cass's mom. Yeah, no, she
Yeah.
wasn't in this at all.
Yeah, or her stepdad. Freaking dog.
I did like how all of them were used. I really wish Hope was used more. Like, that's my biggest, other than the helmets, which drove me insane, but my biggest story complaint is how little they used Hope in this.
She was really an action piece in this, honestly. She didn't do much else besides some action scenes. So I wonder if it, like, the actress wasn't available a whole lot for the film, or if they just purposely cut her role down because they wanted to boost a new character up.
Cass, yeah.
Yeah.
Possibly. I do, how they did use her, I really loved. Like, when she came back at the end, like, save him, that was awesome. Completely changed from the leaked ending we got months ago, which I'll bring up later. But
okay,
yeah, like how she was used, I enjoyed, but and the whole where she's stuck with her parents, where her mom's stuck. I was here for 30 years, you know, I had needs.
Yeah,
it's like, no, I don't want to hear it.
I was gonna bring that up because it's like, you notice they did the flip on this one, where it's the woman was the one who had the needs and she got hers, you know. But like Hank's like, yeah, I understand that. I had needs too. I went out on a date once
with someone named Linda. Was it Carter?
No, wrong universe.
We
And
don't know.
and she's like, "Oh yeah, well, what happened?" And he's like, "She wasn't you, babe." And yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think from the Hank from the comics would have said that. He'd have been
No,
like,
the
"I got
hell.
plastered and beat the shit out of her too, woman."
Mm.
For people who don't know in the comics, that's kind of something that Hank did.
Yeah, it was actually something that was misdrawn. Like it's gone down in history as something that was drawn poorly, and then they just kind of ran with it. Where Hank is now a wife beater.
A drunk wife beater.
Yeah. So,
Him and Tony Stark both got like wasted. Like they had alcoholism problems.
yeah, well, fucking Asgard didn't help Tony.
Yeah.
We want to give you magic armor, but you got to give us something that something precious to you. I'll give you my sobriety. Hand me a drink. He's back to being an alcoholic.
um, what did you think about the actress who plays Cassie in this one now?
I thought she was fine.
Yeah.
I
Have you
don't know why they recast, but she's fine.
I think they went with her because she was a bigger up and coming actress at the time, because the other girl who played her in Endgame
Mhm.
was I don't know who she was, honestly. I just knew that before Endgame even came out, they said they were recasting her for the fucking Ant-Man movie. I'm like, wow, fuck. Like, how would that make
Yeah.
you
Oh,
feel as that actress?
well, she didn't even find out until social media.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's
That's
see.
fucked up. But the actress that plays her is it's Catherine Newton. She was the one
In
who was
Endgame, yeah.
no, that's the new one. Catherine Newton is the one from
Oh,
Ant-Man and Wasp.
Emma Furman is the one from Endgame.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
But Catherine Newton, she played in the movie Freaky, which was like the Freaky Friday slasher movie with Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
Dude, she's fucking fantastic in that movie if you have never seen it. So I understand why they possibly have changed her. I think she was in Pokemon as well, or not Pokemon, Detective Pikachu or whatever it was. Wasn't she the girl
That's
in
still
that?
a peck. I'm not sure. Hang on.
I thought she was in that one. Do, 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 do,
Let's
do,
see.
do,
She was in
do, do, do.
Blended.
Don't know what that is. Wait, who are you talking about?
Emma Furman.
Oh no, I was talking about the girl they're using now. I'm talking about
Damn
the
it.
chick they're using now. Yeah, no.
Oh,
Um,
you don't know
yeah.
Blended? That's one of the best Adam Sandler movies.
Oh yeah. Is she the little girl in that one?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay, that makes
Uh,
sense.
all right. I'll look this person
Yes,
up real
she
quick.
is in Pokemon Detective Pikachu. She's
Yep.
also in that Blockers movie with John Cena. John Cena.
And Paranormal Activity 4. And the Society?
No one cares. Ooh, is it the Shunting Society?
No. She wouldn't have been born.
It's a remake. It's a TV show of the society with the Shunting, Tivis's favorite scene in the world. He's gonna leave me, people. He's...
No,
All right.
it's about people who create their own town.
Okay. So that's all I had.
Yeah.
What did you think between? All right, so let's go to Kang. How about that?
Yes.
His backstory in this one. Not that they give much, but they give a decent, somewhat of a story, I guess, as
Yeah.
to why he's there. What did you think about that?
You know, I
guess
liked
for
what they teased. I'm not quite sure how I feel about what they gave us at the end with the Council of Kangs, but the fact that they kind of just give a rough breakdown of who the character is. He's
Mhm.
a guy who exists outside of time and can go any timeline, any universe.
Which for Kang, if people don't know a whole lot, he's from the future,
Yes.
correct? He's
Yes,
from
he's either a descendant of Reed Richards or Doctor Doom. It's unknown.
right. And he was like a big fan of Tony Stark and all that shit, like a big like follower of his work and stuff.
Yeah,
at the
And I
time.
believe the first time that he's run into it's in a Fantastic Four comic where he's pretending to be a Egyptian pharaoh.
Hmm. So that's probably why they did the Pharaoh.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Gotcha. I thought that was a stupid costume.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Jonathan Majors plays Kang, of course, as we all know him from the Loki TV show. I honestly liked his performance in Loki a lot better than this. I know they're completely different versions of the same character, I
Maybe.
guess. Maybe, possibly, who knows?
This is going to
So
get confusing for the general audience.
yeah, it's gonna be because I came home one time after we watched it, and I was telling my wife a little bit about King and about how like he had like the it was either a clone or he got his younger self and the younger version of him, the clone version, I think it was, joined the Avengers and shit. Wasn't that something that happened?
Young Avengers, Iron Lad.
Yeah,
He's a founding member.
yeah, Iron Lad, and but he dies though, of course. Yeah. Oh, I would love to see Iron Lad. That would be dope if they did like a younger version of the
I mean, we
character
pretty
actor.
much have all of the Young Avengers now.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It would be perfect at the end of like the King Dynasty movie or something.
We
That
do have an
introduce
Avengers
them.
movie coming up. Maybe they're the main team.
Which one is which one's
Kang
coming up?
Dynasty.
Yeah, I was curious. I was confused of like who the fuck is going to fight the King Dynasty in that. Like I feel that King the Conqueror, anyways, is what they call him in this one here. I'm assuming he's like the main conqueror, like the main king that everyone knows from the comics and shit like that. I'm assuming that because they make it a point to call him conqueror all the time in the movie. So
They're all
wonder,
conquerors, though.
yeah, but he conquers all the universes. He destroys them.
He's the conqueror of Kangs, which is why I think he would have become the next He Who Remains.
Maybe. Like he would have been the one who stopped them all, destroyed them all.
Because he's like trying to explain to them, like, I'm doing this to keep them from going unchecked.
Yeah.
I mean, and he was exiled by his own people.
To be honest, like Janet Van Dyne is totally in the wrong in this fucking movie. I would have been like, okay, take me back to my fucking daughter, kill all those other universes. You're gonna leave my universe alone, so I'm cool. Like, she's like, in this movie, she's like, you're gonna kill like billions of people, or no, she say trillions. She says trillions of people. I'm like, he's killing off universes. I'm pretty sure there's more than trillions of people he's killing off.
Quadrillions.
Oh man, infinite amount of people he is killing off.
Just keep it at killing people.
Yeah, just
don't
not even just
it.
people though, but he's killing all everything. He's destroying the entire universe because that's the only way to try and keep the other kings.
Clearly, she's not an animal lover like her husband.
Yeah. So I was kind of like it's kind of like that thing with Thanos. I gotta say both, just to appease everybody still. Like you're kind of like he's not wrong, but you know, like he's not wrong, but he's not right for how he's doing it. Mass genocide, but
and that's another thing that why I think he's going to become He Who Remains, because what he was doing is the exact same thing the TVA was doing.
Yeah.
And we know that the TVA was run by He Who Remains.
Yeah.
Which, did you notice the parallel in the TVA, the three figureheads, the robots that they have?
Yeah.
The three Kangs we get at the end were assembled in the exact same lineup.
Yeah. And I did know this too. I think they reused the sets from Loki for this movie because in Kang's building, it looked a lot like the TVA.
I think that's on purpose. Yeah.
And I wonder if this movie automatically takes away the fact that the TVA is not in the quantum realm then.
I don't know.
Because the TVA is also supposed to be in a place out of time. The Quantumverse is supposed to be the only place out of time, supposedly.
And they use the quantum realm to time travel in Endgame.
Yeah.
So I mean, it could still be there. I mean, it was pretty vast.
Yeah, it could be a lot bigger than what they think. But don't you think that he would have went there? Because he knows everything. He would know that it's there. He would
I
just
mean,
go
maybe
there and get one of their time things and get the fuck out. He had this suit, so we could just go in there and kill everybody anyways.
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what season 2 of Loki has to say.
Our most our big bad for this universe was taken down by a bunch of fucking ants.
Can I just say, now that we're getting on the ant, like I loved Hank in this. Like I realized something was up when he kept picking up stuff with his hearing aid.
Yeah.
You know, Victoria didn't, but it's like I thought he was gonna pick up like transmissions from Kang to his army and they're gonna use that to overhear. No, it's his fucking ants.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course it's his ants. He's the Ant Man.
And the ants, so the ants get in the Quantumverse, but they age, like they go through like 1,000 years of evolution. Pretty much
they hit
for
like a
themselves.
time bubble or something.
Yeah. Which is kind of cool because then it helps build like their community, their tech and all that stuff. So it's pretty awesome.
I made smart ants. Why?
Why not?
When he came in at the end, just like walking down that bridge with all the ants just swarming around him, it was like, yeah, Hank's badass.
Oh yeah. And yeah, I don't know. I was just kind of like, wow, they let Kang the Conqueror get taken down by some fucking ants. Because he still had his suit on.
Dude, if ants were giant, we'd all be fucked.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because they can lift like what 10 times their weight or some shit like that.
I think maybe more. I'm not
maybe
100%.
more 100 times or something. I don't remember.
Something like that.
But yeah. So the ants help win. Well, yeah, I would say they help win because they tear his suit apart, which is why he can't
with the
use
help
it
of
later.
M.O.D.O.K.
With the help of M.O.D.O.K.
I really hope if there's a list of Avengers in a future movie, he's on there just for laughs.
Right.
At least I died in Avenger. Yep, sure, you're in.
Yeah. He's fucking crazy, man.
Those Pym particles really fucked.
Yeah. No, I did like that part though, because we get M.O.D.O.K. You know, he's been picked on and beat up by Kang for God knows how long that he's been down there. And then we get
and he's unstable to begin with.
Yeah, and he's unstable, of course. But then we get him to be the one who kind of breaks through Kang's armor, or not his armor, his force field barrier, because he's built. I'm assuming Kang built the stuff for him, so it would work. It makes sense. And he wasn't M.O.D.O.K. when he did that. He was Darren. I am Darren.
I am not a dick.
I am not a dick. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's what I love about these movies. They're just stupid fun.
This one was different though, because like, yeah, it had its comedy element that all the Ant-Man movies have.
More serious than,
but yeah, it had a more serious tone to it, more things that felt like were at stake, when in reality, yes, they are at stake, but it's also a big setup movie at the same time.
Yeah.
But it was also its own story too, which is nice.
Yes.
It wasn't just like set up. It was, here's a story in a movie.
That's like, it can be self-contained with this family.
Right. And nobody's ever gonna fucking know what the hell they did. Nobody.
If Scott's smart, he'll at least let whoever's running the compound know. Like, hey, this happened, and I feel uneasy, but will he? I love at the end. I was joking with Victoria. I'm like, I bet it says Kang will return, and then it did.
Yeah. Which Kang though? Is it this Kang or is it the other Kangs?
Other Kangs.
I don't think that this Kang is dead though. I honestly don't think that he's
I
dead.
do wonder that because I mentioned that a different ending leaked a while ago.
Uh-huh.
So how this movie was going to end, according to this,
Okay.
Kang was going to escape, and Scott and Hope were going to be trapped in the quantum realm.
Okay.
And that was supposed to be the original. And again, this is all alleged because you can't trust leaks. But
Right.
if this is true, and I kind of got that feeling from the ending was, oh god, they're going to get trapped there and they're going to do another end game with him where he gets stuck there until they can get him out at some point in the future. But I'm kind of glad they didn't, because that'd be kind of weak if that's what happens to him continuously.
That would be the way. That could have been a way for them to keep her and him out of the game for when the other movies take place, so that you have he's not there. Doctor Strange is off fighting in the other universe,
Dark Realm or whatever it is. Mephisto's realm.
Yeah,
Not Mephisto.
Yeah. No,
Dormammu.
Dormammu, yes.
The Dark Dimension, that's what it is.
Dark Dimension. Yeah. He's out there doing that stuff, so you're taking your main players out, and I mean, yeah, you'll still have like Captain America and Winter Soldier, and other than, I mean,
the
Hulk,
Young Avengers,
Hulk, but Hulk also brought in his own kid.
We have Hulks, 3 of them.
Hulks, 3, 4 if you count, because we know they're gonna do Red Hulk. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how they move forward with this, because I'm like, who's gonna fight the Kangs, man? Like, especially if they're all as powerful as him.
You just reminded me. Did you see Anthony Mackie's gonna get himself punched?
No.
They confirmed who's playing Red Hulk.
Oh yeah, they recast him. I forget who it was.
Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford, yes, thank you.
Anthony Mackie said that he won't stop until he explains everything going on in the Marvel to Harrison Ford. And I'm like, he's going to hit you, dude. He's going to punch you. I don't care. I'm here for the paycheck.
That's funny. I wonder if they're just using him, well, of course, right now, and then eventually, once he's Red Hulk, they won't need an actual person there anymore.
Maybe
they can use anybody in
are they gonna
mocap?
Yeah, but are they gonna keep his voice? Because I kind of figured that we just get Red Hulk and not Ross.
Right. I don't know. I don't see Harrison Ford doing a good voice for that character. He just sounds so like tired and old, and I don't care anymore.
I love what I gotta find his quote, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. I'm curious of what they do moving forward with the universe. I wasn't like ecstatic about this film, but it still was fun. It was a fun watch for me. One character we didn't talk about was Kryler, I think they called him. Bill Murray's character.
Oh yeah, Bill Murray.
I thought he was going to have a lot bigger of a role in this movie.
Me too. But he's so ornery of an old man. That's probably all they could get from him.
Right.
You got to wonder how many of his lines were ad lib too, because he's so unpredictable.
He's allowed to be. He's Bill Murray. The fuck is gonna mess with him?
God, I love that interview of him when he's golfing. Can I get a quick word with you? Absolutely. Just walks away, or starts the camera rolling and then walks away.
We have somebody an actor like Bill Murray, who's so unpredictable, who just does pretty much almost anything he wants to do, and yet we haven't gotten any Me Too things about him. that makes me like him even more. Because
I think there was one, but it got rescinded.
okay. Yeah, I didn't know that one, but yeah, I'm just like, dude just does whatever the fuck he wants, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And yet we don't hear like all these bad things about him like we do so many other people who act in the public eye that, you know, they're better than that.
It's so. Well, if you've seen Bill Murray in the wild, be cautious approaching him because you could either get the nice Bill Murray
I wish I had an
or the
Australian
troll.
accent so I could do that joke. If you see Bill Murray in the
Yeah.
wild, be cautious.
What did you
Don't come
think
up
about
behind
the?
him. He may come up behind you and get in your selfies.
What did you think of the quantum people? Or because since we can't, I was so disappointed we didn't even get a tease of them being called the Micronauts in the movie, even though they can't. I
Yeah.
don't think they can legally say it.
I dug it. I dug him. Was that one character voiced by who that fucking actor? The actor from what's his name? From Superbad. Sounded like him. Michael Cera. Was he voiced by Michael Cera, the blob dude who just wanted holes?
Do you remember that character's name?
I don't. Is it Veb or Zolom?
No,
Quaz?
Vep was
No,
David.
Quaz is the one dude, yeah.
Oh, Quaz is the liquid guy.
Oh, it doesn't look like it was Michael Cera. But whoever it was, it sounded like Michael Cera. That was cool. Quaz was the guy who could read minds.
Oh yeah, that's yeah. I like
the guy
him.
from the
Good
guy
Place.
from Good Place. Yes, thank you.
Stop it. No. Stop it. No. Oh, Veb was the Spot. Not the Spot. That's the Marvel character. Polka Dot Man.
Oh yeah, the actor. Yeah. He plays a lot of comic book characters.
Yeah.
Because he was in what was it? He was like one of the Joker's dummies in the Dark Knight movie. He's in fucking Gotham, Suicide Squad. Like, oh man, he's all over DC. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah. He's the goo guy.
Yeah. Okay. That's awesome. Wasn't he Abracadabra in the Flash too? Yeah.
Yeah.
He was.
Oh, we got a quick shot of Jimmy Woo in this too.
Yeah.
Him and Scott were doing magic tricks.
So
so sad he didn't get pulled into the quantum realm. I think he would have really bumped the humor a lot. Yeah, Randall is so funny, dude. He's so good in Young Rock. You have to start that show.
Do you going back to the quantum people, as we'll call
Yes.
them? Do you think we'll ever see any of them again?
I do wonder. I have a feeling no, because they just have they have so much going on our normal plane of existence. Like, why would they go back to the quantum realm anytime soon?
They can come out of the quantum realm though,
Maybe.
especially with Pimtech.
Yeah. Yeah, who knows? Maybe Hank will set up a trading outpost for to go back and forth. Especially with his ants.
Or the quantum realm will be where Mr. Fantastic sets up his prison instead of the other.
That's what I was also going to say. That we might have this might be the all-encompassing alternate dimension, negative zone, whatever.
Yeah. Because come on, once you get into too many things, you're really going to confuse like a general audience. Like negative zone, you got the quantum zone, you got a fucking dark whatever, and all these other things. I'm like, guys, I understand it's in the comics, but we also do have to make sure that, you know, you're bringing in an audience too. Because once you confuse too many people, like ask David Fincher, like if you confuse too many people with your movie, you'd be like, oh, what?
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah, you got to keep it simple, stupid.
yeah. Or keep stupid simple.
Yeah. Overall, I enjoyed this movie. It's not going to be in my top list. It's like in the middle, but I mean, the middle of these movies are still very enjoyable. If the hell, the bottom of these movies are still enjoyable.
It was nice to have a movie with the world. Let's just say that.
Yeah, I know.
Um,
Paul Rudd wants to come back and do a fourth one. He really wants to do a smaller scale movie, and I'm all for that because that you kind of get the
pun
feel of
intended.
that's what this character is he's not world saving all the time. He just stumbled into this and was like, well, crap, there's no one else here.
Right. I would
And
say
he was even reluctant to
was
do it.
wasn't two was pretty small.
Yeah. Well,
I'm surprised
he
we didn't
wanted
have
to
Ghost in this. Like we
they
didn't even
wanted
get
to open
Ghost.
up the portal, and that was gonna destroy the world if it went wrong. So
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Uh, but it was still small scale. No one else knew about it. Yeah, no, I enjoyed the film. I am getting kind of I said this to somebody the other day too. Like okay. I understand this is a whole new world in this film, right?
mhm.
Like it's a fake world, completely fake. A lot of CG. That doesn't take away from the movie at all. To me, it does not. The thing is, for me though, I'm getting to be a grumpy old man, and I don't want my CG to look like it's CG all the time. And I think that's one of the issues that is coming about with a lot of these comic book movies. Like this movie here literally looks and feels like a Star Wars prequel film.
I don't see the problem.
Of course you don't. Give me more practical things, you know? But no, this totally was a Star Wars fucking movie, dude. Like you had the same noises, the spacecrafts, all that shit. It was crazy. Even like the desert type scenes and stuff. I was just like, this is a Star Wars film. They're even at a bar doing the whole bar thing.
Yeah.
But it didn't take away from the film. It was still a fun story to watch.
Do you
And
think
I
they
liked
used the volume in this?
the what?
The volume?
The volume?
That Yes, the circular room they filled Mando in that they're using for movies now.
Oh, ooh. With the plates, you're talking like the CG plates or whatnot. The whatever they're called. I don't know. I don't know because there are scenes where like there's a lot of CG, but you can also see like some of the practical stuff in it at the same time. But they might have. Who knows?
Because
It's
I'm
hard to
pretty
say.
sure Thor might have been filmed there, the last one, but I don't know
I
if
could
this
see
one
that.
was.
I could see that. Yeah. I don't know. It was still a good film. I enjoyed it for what it was. I really enjoyed when they got into some of the not darker, more serious elements in the film. Like when Lang is in the jail and Kang comes up, and oh my god, the tone just like shifted completely from like joking to like this is dark shit, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, when he was torturing Cassie, like he turned her sideways. I'm like, oh, this guy's gonna ram her head into the wall and
That's
smash her.
what I thought.
Like, oh, this got dark.
And a part of me really thought that they were gonna kill him at the end of the movie. Lang kill Ant-Man off. Honestly. Yep. So
Yeah,
I enjoyed the film. Of course we had the 2 end credit scenes, which we already talked about pretty much.
yeah. What was the first one? Was the Kang Council
Dynasty.
of Kangs?
Yeah. Yeah, because they
Which
show
everyone and their
all of
brother has
them.
ripped off now. Rick and Morty and
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's the council.
it's not as good as
of
the Council of Wells. I'll say that.
right. Council of Wells is awesome. For
Oh,
Flash
Wells the
people out
Gray.
there.
When it reveals he could actually do magic, oh shit, he's not just weird.
Did you notice that some of those were like alien versions of him from from other universes? There was like a scroll
Yeah, I
version.
was to say the one like at the very end when they pan over all the crowd who were cheering away. It looked like the one was either Kree or one of Namor's people, the
Ooh.
Atlantean or whatever. Even though they're not
Okay.
calling them that in these movies because they're fucking weird.
What if the secret invasion is just another version of the Kang dynasty coming in and taking over?
I would think about that, but we already know scrolls are involved. So
Yeah. Well, you have the scroll version of Kang that we saw in there. But did you notice they also use the same tech that Mr. Fantastic used in WandaVision, or not WandaVision, Multiverse of Madness?
yeah,
To
well,
portal
one of
in.
the when they're doing the because it's a Ant-Man film, they have to do some kind of heist.
Yeah.
When they're jumping into the what is it probability field
Yeah.
to get
Yeah.
that device. One of the giant men die the same way as Mr. Fantastic turned into string.
Yeah. And then he shows up in his freaking
Yeah, all of the multiverse. There's only one version of him that didn't get fired from Dairy Queen.
that's messed up, man. Messed up.
I'm in normal clothes. What are you guys wearing? And then they create the giant Ant-Man mound to go to
Yeah.
the device. He's like, I don't know what I'm doing here, but go for it.
Yeah, it was just fun. Like yeah, I wish they would have had more for Wasp to do, especially with how she
Oh God,
basically
how sad is that guy's
sacrifices
life?
her opinion at the end. But what?
Yeah. I said, how sad is that guy's life? All these years that he's still at Dairy Queen.
It wasn't Dairy Queen, it's Baskin Robbins, isn't it?
Is it Baskin Robbins?
I think so. The colors.
Probably. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have any out here, do we?
I don't know. I don't remember your area that well. Anyways, yeah, that's all I got for Ant-Man, dude. Like, what you got? Anything else to add to it?
Just looking at the box office numbers. It's not typical for an Ant-Man movie to do all too well,
Yeah.
sadly. And right now, out of like all of the superhero films, it's sitting at number 73, just under Rise of the Silver Surfer. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see if it gets any more. But I mean, of the 18 films released this year, it's number 3, so that's good for it for now.
Okay.
I just don't know how well it's going to do. I mean, even looking compared to last year, it would be number 18 on that list of all 148 films released last year. So I don't think they're going to get a swing out of the park with this opening movie to the new phase, sadly. But I kind of think they also didn't expect too much. That's probably why they threw Kang in there.
Yeah. Maybe.
We'll see. I hope there's a fourth one. I like Paul Rudd.
Okay. Was there something else I wanted to talk on real quick? Because I know we gotta get going here. Shit, I was thinking of it too when we were talking about this movie.
Is it they're making a Green Hornet?
No, it wasn't that. Yeah, I don't know. Ant-Man and Wasp, go watch it, guys, if you like the, of course, MCU fucking movies and stuff. If you haven't watched it and you already listened to us talk, why?
And if you're feeling overwhelmed with all that, because I know for some reason they said they're going to slow down on the TV shows for some weird ass reason, even though there's like only 4 a year and there's 6 episodes, which is a normal season length of a show. But if you're feeling overwhelmed with that, just pick and choose. Like, you can honestly jump from over stuff if you don't want to watch it. It's fine. They give you enough of a recap that you don't need it.
Yeah, no, I didn't watching this movie. I didn't feel like I needed any of the shows to go into this movie because
Yeah.
they don't. Besides the end credit
It,
scene, like it doesn't matter.
no, it helped with my enjoyment of it, but it wasn't required.
But you don't really have. I kind of feel that it was a little bit of a detriment because I saw how he acted in Loki, and I really liked that performance. And then this performance is like a stark contrast to it because it's like completely,
Yeah, it's a different
like
character.
evil emo version of him.
Well, we don't know if he's evil. He's just misguided.
He killed Thor, sir.
Well, he killed a lot of them.
But we also don't
I
know if
love
the
that joke.
Avengers. We also don't know if the Avengers in those other universes were good Avengers or not.
Yeah, they might have been the Ultimates, which suck.
Or they just, just evil. They could have just been evil. Alternate worlds doesn't mean everybody in them is good and bad.
Did you remember what you wanted to talk about?
Nope, I did not.
Yeah, there's the poster.
Anyways, awesome poster.
I thought so too. That's why I picked it.
Yeah, look at those stormtroopers they have there. Kang stormtroopers. Yeah, that's all I got, man, for this film. I hope everyone out there liked it or at least enjoyed a little bit of it. Like I said, it's not top tier MCU for me, but it was fun to dive into a new world at least.
100% agreed.
Stuff. Oh, and now I remember what where I was going to bring up real quick. Guardians of the Galaxy is the next one to come out, correct? Because I saw a trailer for it pop up during this movie.
I thought it was the Marvels.
One of the two. Is the Marvels a movie? I thought that was a show.
No, it's a movie.
I have not
Captain
seen the
Marvel
trailer
too,
for that.
because there hasn't been.
Okay.
Let's see. Guardians of the Galaxy is in May.
Okay. Dude,
So
I saw that trailer for the first time in theaters, and I was just like, they're gonna kill Rocket. They're totally gonna fucking kill that raccoon.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe Drax as well.
Oh, it's gonna be that's gonna be a hard watch.
Yeah,
I just feel it's gonna be a hard watch because it's supposed to be their last one. It's James Gunn's last one, anyways. And I think it's all of the Guardians. Those actors are finished after this one, except
unless they want to come back, their contracts are done.
Right. I mean, Groot, you can continually do. You don't really.
Just Vin Diesel, and he'll just take a paycheck.
I am Groot. I am Groot. Oops. I am Groot.
I'm kind of sad they moved the Marvels. We were going to get a full summer of comic movies, and now we're not.
Is it not coming out this year?
It's November now.
Okay.
Because we were going to get Guardians in May, Flash in June, Marvels in July, and then Blue Beetle in August. So it was going to be 4 months.
I wonder. Ooh. James Gunn, man, you should have pushed Flash back. So that they don't
get
coincide.
This stupid thing out.
He should do it just so that his movie gets more time in the theater by itself.
Oh, and Across the Spider-Verse 2 comes out in June as well.
The animated version, right?
Yeah, the sequel.
Okay. Nice. Dude, fucking man. This Flash movie is going to be one that's going to be very interesting to watch. I wasn't really like wanting to, but then I saw the trailer and I'm like, okay, I'm going for Michael Keaton. That's about it.
Batfleck.
Yeah. There's people out there trying to spread these rumors though that the trailer replaced Henry Cavill as Superman with the Supergirl, but I don't think that's right because she was in.
We've known that Supergirl was in this for like a year before this movie was originally come out, like 2 years ago.
3 years ago. Like they had her in the original teaser trailer before the whole Ezra breakdown.
Yeah. I mean, there are rumors they're removing Henry Cavill scenes, but he was never going to be a main character in this.
No. I don't think he was ever going to, because they're in a completely different universe, you know. The whole movie takes place in another universe, it looks like. So
Yeah.
I don't know how they're gonna do it. We'll see how DC does after this movie, guys, because oh my goodness, they need to learn to figure their shit out. Even with the lineup that Gunn gave everybody, I'm just kind of like looking at it. I'm like, you're picking like the one like Batman Robin story that no one gives a shit about.
I don't know if that's true. It's
buddy, man, buddy. I don't know. All right. I'm sure you want to get out of here. You got to get out of here. So
yeah.
I will end it up. Tivis, my man. 1, recommend or don't recommend Ant-Man and the Quantumania?
Oh, it's gonna be a recommend for me. But
Okay.
you know, people should know my skewed opinion on things. So
If you like a Star Wars film and you like Ant-Man, go and watch this film.
or Marvel, or just weird comedies and confusing timelines.
And awesome new characters. I have holes.
Laserface. Not to be confused with Taserface.
All right, awesome. With that said, Tivis, how did you enjoy today's episode, my man?
I liked it.
Awesome. And my quote for today, guys, comes from Ant-Man and the Wasp and the Quantumania from King the Conqueror. Dun, 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 dun. Ready? King the Conqueror, your reality, everything you're holding on to, I know how it ends. Peace, everybody.
Later.
You just finished another great episode of Operation Babble. You can catch every episode of Operation Babble on all your audio streaming services, including SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Radio Public, and more. Don't forget to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Operation Babble, and join the conversation today by searching for the Operation Babble group on Facebook. Links also in the description. Thanks and have a great day.